Welcome to our channel. Today, we'll delve into how our unhelpful thinking can contribute to low moods and anxiety. Drawing from cognitive behavioral therapy, we'll explore how our thoughts significantly influence our emotional responses, shaping our behaviours and reactions to different situations. When unexpected events occur, unhelpful thinking can exacerbate the situation, especially when we're tired or in a low mood, creating a cycle of negative thoughts. For example, after you send a message to a friend and see that they've read it without an immediate reply, unhelpful thoughts may flood in. Why haven't they replied? Do they not like me? These emotions can lead to sadness. Subsequently, thoughts may escalate to frustration, thinking, why would they read and ignore me? Then, worry sets in, contemplating whether something bad has happened to them. This example illustrates how our automatic thoughts can evoke different emotions and feelings, potentially changing our behaviours and driving us to take actions based on these thoughts. To effectively manage our thoughts, it's crucial to recognise them as they arise. This creates a space to scrutinise our thoughts before emotions take over. Here are the 4 steps of effectively manage our unhelpful thoughts. Step 1. Identify unhelpful thoughts. This stage involves raising self-awareness of thoughts early on to prevent them from escalating. By creating a distance and a safe space, you can examine your thoughts from a different perspective and regain control of your mind and body. Record the situation details using the 4 W's. When was it happened? What were you doing? Where were you? Who were you with? Note the emotions felt and rate their intensity. Ask yourself about the thoughts, images, or memories and what they mean to you. Assess your response and rate your belief in these thoughts. After recording your thoughts, proceed to the next step. Step 2. Label unhelpful thinking style. Now, we need to understand your common thinking style when feeling low. There are 9 common unhelpful thinking style. 1. Black and white. Black and white thinking is the tendency to see situations as either all good or all bad, with no middle ground. It's an extreme perspective that leaves no room for nuance. For example, if I'm not the best, then I must be a failure. 2. Catastrophizing. Catastrophizing involves anticipating the worst possible outcome, often blowing things out of proportion. Imagine making a mistake at work and immediately thinking, my career is over, I'll never find another job, my life is ruined. 3. Overgeneralization. Overgeneralization entails drawing broad conclusions from limited evidence or a single incident. This involves assuming that if something happened once, it will always happen. Examples include saying, I always mess up everything, I'm never going to succeed in my career, and everything I do is a failure. 4. Negative mental filter. The negative mental filter involves focusing excessively on a single negative aspect and minimizing the impact of positive experiences or feedback. For instance, receiving positive feedback on a project, but dwelling on one negative comment, letting it overshadow all the positive aspects. Another example is attending a great party but fixating on one person who seemed uninterested, leading to regrets about attending. 5. Emotional reasoning. Emotional reasoning is the belief that your feelings accurately reflect reality, assuming that if you feel a certain way, it must be true. For instance, feeling stupid and concluding, I must be incompetent, I am incapable to do this. 6. Personalization. Personalization involves taking responsibility for events outside your control or attributing others' actions to yourself. For example, a friend being upset and immediately assuming it's your fault, thinking, I must have said something wrong, I'm always causing problems. 7. Name-calling. Name-calling is using harsh labels or negative language to describe oneself or others, exacerbating negative feelings. Examples include saying, I made a mistake, I'm such an idiot, I am a loser, and I can't believe I did that. 8. Should and musts involve setting rigid, unrealistic rules for oneself or others, leading to feelings of guilt or frustration when expectations aren't met. For instance, thinking, I should always please others, and they must treat me with respect. He should talk to me politely. 9. Mind reading. Mind reading is assuming you know what others are thinking or feeling without concrete evidence, often leading to misinterpretations and unnecessary worry. For example, someone not responding to a message and immediately assuming, she must be avoiding me, she doesn't want to talk to me, I can tell she dislikes me. After recognizing and labeling the nature of these thoughts, remind yourself that they are just thoughts or opinions and not necessarily facts. Let's move on to our next step. Step 3. Challenge your thoughts. In this step, it's essential to closely examine your thoughts and understand their origin. Here are some guiding questions that you can ask yourself. Is my thought influenced by past experiences? Did someone's actions provoke this thought? What evidence supports this thought? Are there facts that make this thought true? After this self-reflection, proceed to consider the evidence against your thoughts, which can be the most challenging part. Ask yourself, if my belief is 90%, what makes up the remaining 10%? Is this possibly an opinion, not a fact? What do others say about this? What advice would I give to a friend in a similar situation? Is my reaction proportionate to the event? Am I considering the whole picture? Once you've gathered different evidence, we can proceed to the next step. Step 4. Revise the thought. In the stage, we aim to generate a more realistic, balanced thought, but we need to avoid extremes, as overly positive thoughts may not seem realistic compared to existing ones. Ask yourself, what is a fairer or more compassionate perspective for myself? Guide yourself to create a sentence such as, although I think this, the evidence tells me something else. A more fair and helpful thought is, then, reevaluate and rate the intents of your feelings, and consider how you can respond to the situation differently and more helpfully. In summary, these 4 crucial steps and the identification of 9 unhelpful thinking styles are key to effectively managing unhelpful thoughts. While it might be challenging at first to identify evidence against your thoughts, consistent practice empowers you to master these techniques. Over time, you'll find yourself labeling and challenging your thoughts more quickly and effectively. Remember, progress comes with persistence. Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed and found value in this content, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Take care and be aware of your thoughts. You are more than capable of taking back control of your life. We are here to support and walk alongside you on this journey.